Hi everybody, it's Mommy Bell here, and I could not pass up the opportunity to talk about what is happening in Minecraft right now. I think everybody needs to see this and needs to understand how to play with it. I know that our snapshots are going to be out in September, but right now Henrik has been working on some experimental snapshots. What this means is it's a data pack that you need to load into your game in order to see the kinds of changes that are going to be happening in our terrain. So I was reading through this earlier and I was blown away. With Caves and Cliffs Part 1 released, we're currently hard at work delivering the second chapter in Caves and Cliffs Part 2. So my understanding is everybody was on vacation for a couple of weeks, but some people are back, like Henrik. We're not only updating the caves and adding new mountains, we're also changing the overall terrain to make it all fit together. So these are pretty big features, and as always, they want our feedback, right? So with Snapshot 3, Experimental Snapshot 3, I should say, once again, this is a data pack. You need to download it, and you're going to have to add it to your World Saves folder in order to experience it. Tweaked biome placement to reduce the risk of temperature clashes. Tweak the biome placement to allow for more noisiness and diversity again. So I think in Snapshot 2, Henrik was pulling back a little bit. So we didn't tend to see some of the biomes overlapping one another in a smaller way. And I think we're back to the sort of the small. We'll run across a little biome that normally used to be a really big biome, which is really cool. Red sand is back. Tweaked badlands, so they sometimes show up in flat areas next to plateaus. Now, interesting, because when I think of red sand, I think of iron, don't you? I'd like to know whether or not there's going to be an increase in iron generation where we have our badlands. I think that would make a lot of sense. I would like to think that would be something that we do. Made peak biomes and meadows less likely to generate in flat, low elevation areas. That makes sense. Smoothed out the cliffs and shattered terrain a bit so they don't look like chunk errors. Yeah, I was actually noticing that earlier. Snowy slopes and snow-capped peaks no longer place dirt under the snow. And mountains look less dirty now. That's kind of cool. Added a new mountain biome, Stony Peaks. Okay, cool. That is going to look amazing. And I think that's kind of what we're seeing here a little bit. See this? Yeah, I like that. It's a variant of snow-capped peaks, and it's going to use stone instead of gravel. Stone and gravel instead of snow and ice. Yeah, makes sense. Added structures to some of the new mountain biomes, so that's cool. We're going to see some pillager outposts generating in higher mountain biomes. Villages will also generate now in meadows. Coastlines and riverbanks are less likely to get messed up by aquifers. So aquifers were actually something that were kind of bugging me a little bit. An aquifer is an underground sort of crevice of water. These were sort of appearing at the surface, so I'm hoping that that is not the case anymore, that we are just going to dig down and suddenly find ourselves in an aquifer. Local water levels are mostly used in terrain that doesn't border on a river or ocean. Cave openings and ravines that intersect an ocean or river will mostly use sea level. Okay, that's smart. Of course. So many changes here. Fixed goat spawning. I didn't know they were broken. Okay. We're talking about mountain goats here. Rocky mountain goats in particular. Swamps are less likely to overlap cold or dry biomes. Great. So it'll still happen, but not as frequently as in the past. Desert temples spawn on the surface rather than at a fixed Y level. I did notice that. Some of the desert temples that I was coming across lately have been buried. Which is kind of appropriate, but grass no longer generates underwater. That is something I never caught. That's like I did not see that. Okay. There are some issues, but what you want to do is you are going to, this is actually really good too. This helps us understand how to download the snapshot file. You want to, it's basically like a data pack or, data pack, right? You're going to need to find your .minecraft folder with the versions, and that is where you are going to want to place your snapshot file. And then you're going to have to make sure that you select modded in the window of your vanilla Minecraft launcher. Click on new installations and it should pop up pending. This is what should appear. The pending snapshot 3, I believe it's going to be called, right? And then you press play. All right, let's see if we can find it. Oh, I've already downloaded it. I'm going to save as. I'm just going to throw it on my desktop. Yep, 118 Experimental Snapshot. It may ask you to confirm that you want to keep the file. And of course, you're going to say yes. You're going to want to go to your vanilla launcher. And then you are going to want to click on installations. And then it doesn't matter what installation you choose. I want you to click on the folder. And it's going to take you to your .minecraft folder. And then here you're going to look for your versions right there. And this is the folder that you want to install the data pack in. Hang on one sec. So just open up a second window and then click and drag your snapshot 3 into this folder. You're going to want to extract it. So it's a folder like this. And then drag it back into your versions folder. Move to versions. There it is. All right. Now let's go back here. And we are going to restart your game. You're gonna want to click on new installation. And you will see pending 118 Experimental Snapshot 3. Woo. Let's call this 3. 3. Click on create. And there it is at the bottom. And click on play. I understand the risks. Don't warn me again about this installation. So I think the real reason they're doing this is because they don't want you to open up any earlier versions of your game because it may corrupt your world. But also, make sure you've got modded selected here. All right, we'll let that load. This is very exciting, actually. Very exciting. All right, I'm going to click on single player. And I'm going to click on create new world. We're just going to call it 3. Will it be a survival game? Might as well. We don't need to touch on anything here. Click on, oh, bonus chest. Let's go with the bonus chest. I have always used my first name as the world generator to see what's new. And we'll click on create new world. Proceed. What? Here we are. Oh my god. Oh my god. gosh, this is different. I think we're probably going to have to give ourselves an elytra so we can fly around and see what the terrain looks like. This is very different. When I've always used my seed Anna, I have never been in a jungle. Wow. Wow. This is kind of cray-cray. Okay. The first tool. The second tool. There we go. I am intrigued. When I was playing on this seed, oh my. Okay. I'm expecting some axolotl to show up here. Show me some Mexican walking fish, and I will be true. Oh, it's one of the most rarest and one of the first mobs in Minecraft. This is a beautiful river. Look. What is this? It's an azalea. It's an azalea tree. If I make myself a shovel, we could dig down and find ourselves something. I don't have enough for a shovel. Okay, we'll grab some more wood. And then I think what I should do is just fly around a little bit here too. Let's see what the terrain looks like. Okay. Go with the right tools, kids. Ooh, water. Didn't expect it. Oh, it's a ravine. Oh, there's grass here, though. Is this meant to be? Like, oh, okay. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe there's not supposed to be. Is that what I think it is? Nope, that's not what I think it is. Oh, so many new things to explore and see in our game. I don't want to die here. Alright, let's just go quickly into game mode C. And let's have a look at our terrain. Oh, beautiful little swamp biome. A witch's hut. Noise. A witch. I shall visit the witch. Ah. Oh. What is that? Oh, that's a zombie. Oh. Now, the one thing that was concerning to me before was that we were falling into too many spaces. Kind of made it. Oh, okay, that's a little bit tricky. That's a thing. Yeah, okay. That's why this is a snapshot. And we've got a small... what's this biome called again? You guys have forgotten. It is a Small. Badlands biome. Oh, we were just talking about Badlands. And about whether or not there may be more iron here. Okay. So we've got things generating on the surface. That's okay. Bonus. We've got glowberries. Glowberries. I just want the whole thing, even though I'm in creative. It's all mine. Nice. Let's just look a little more, look around a little more at the terrain. And then now you know how to install the Experimental Snapshot. And checking it out, look for all of the, or any of the issues that may arise. Play it in survival. See what you can see. Oh, right. So they, mine shafts are not, I don't know what the mine shafts are doing here. They're looking kind of funny. Kind of funky. Well, that'll be fixed. And we can report it. Oh, that's report bugs. But there is a way to report. Ooh, look at this. Suggestions? That's kind of interesting. Ooh. Oh. Wow. This is a little bit different. Okay. No idea how these algorithms work. We really have quite an extensive Badlands here. No mobs spawning in here. But that's okay. Alright, cool. So now you guys know how to do it. Install that, the next snapshot. AKA Experimental Snapshot, I should say. And go and have a look for yourself. Check it out. And make sure that you send Henrik your feedback. Ooh, what's this? Kind of something else here. That's kind of cool. A little bit of a boo-boo, but whatever.